I know, and there again, I want to stress that there are welfare issues throughout the sport. If there are welfare issues or concerns at SANESA level or at a show, what is the correct way to approach and engage around that? I know you said that there's a complaint form. I know that there are meant to be marshals at a show. I think it's twofold. I know in the rest of the sport, hopefully people look at their peers and realize what the standard is. But if there is a clear welfare issue, which some people have said and they're concerned about, what is the correct way for people to escalate that?
I don't know about one qualified vet on my structure. So I'm always careful to tell my people that we are not vets. In our game, we got people. So sometimes welfare is abused for competitive benefit. We always try to stick to the rules, get the vet in, get the vet to make a ruling, get the vet to make a ruling before the next show, and comply with all the industry norms. Welfare of an endurance horse and welfare of a showing horse is different.
That's a valid point.
I'm not saying that one is not looking after the horse. On the eye, it looks different. And it's important to understand within 15 disciplines what is the requirement. The hoof length in the saddle seat class and the thickness of the shoe and what is allowed and acceptable there is different from what is allowed and acceptable in the showing class or equitation class. It differs per discipline. But we always revert back to the rules of the discipline, what is fair towards the animal, what is fair in animal welfare, and we try to do our utter best to comply it on the day and make sure that it's not abused for the wrong reasons. The welfare officials, sometimes we have had it. That horse looks thin. It's maybe the main competitor of the other child. So that must be taken into account. We comply
I think you said
with
earlier on there are children around, and I think we must just handle it a little bit, perhaps more tactfully.
Yeah, and a child riding a school pony must understand the child's impact on the school pony. They're quite different, the school pony by the riding school that determine how the horse look and how it's fed and all of that, and not necessarily the child. So the child emotions in that process, that's how you communicate it to the owners, how you communicate it to the child, take into account the emotional side of the child. We try our utter best to do it correct.
Nice.